Hey, what's up everybody? Taylor with KC here, and today I have Kevin, aka Jeep Generation, on YouTube, Instagram, everything, right?
Yep. Forums, all that.
Yeah, exactly. So Kevin is one of the KC family members and ambassadors for us. As you can see, he has a Jeep JL. So this is another episode of the Mild to Wild where we're showing off some of the builds that have KC highlights from that extreme variation of mild to the wild side of things. So first we wanted to kind of talk a little bit about who Kevin is, what the Jeep is for. So Kevin, what do you use this thing for? Clearly it's muddy, clearly you like to have fun, so tell us about this thing. What is it?
So the JL's our daily driver. It's one of 4 Jeeps, but this is our daily driver. We like to play in the rocks a little bit. We're in the Big Bear, Johnson Valley, Moab. I love going out to Utah, going fishing. Actually, all this mud is from looking for a fishing spot. I mapped out a bunch of lakes up in the La Salle Mountains. Yep. And I didn't realize it was all gonna be frozen.
Yeah.
So covered in mud. But we found some other spots to fish. We caught a couple fish yesterday. But yeah, so wheeling, playing in the rocks, camping. I love going out dispersed camping next to a lake somewhere or next to a river. Yeah. Camp right there and fish, and but still play in the rocks and still gotta drive it home because it's their daily driver.
Yeah, I think it's very multifunctional for you. I've been on everything from Hell's Revenge and Moab with Kevin to going out fishing in California, hitting some small little local fishing holes. So Kevin and I are good buddies. I know this Jeep very well. It's got a lot of use on it in a bunch of different types of scenarios. So with that said, he does like to wheel. Kind of beats this thing up a little bit too in a good way. So it's not like one of those baby Jeeps as you can tell. So let's get into this, Kev. What do we got going on here? Tires, suspension, wheels, all the good stuff, right? The meat and potatoes. What do we got on this?
So I got the KM3, BF Goodrich KM3s. Okay. They got some chunks ripped out of them from playing in the rocks.
I got the same tires on my truck, killer tire.
Love them. I got the Method 105B locks. We're down to 8 PSI right now.
Nice.
So even if it's not performance where I need to climb up some rocks, I still go down to 8, just the comfort level. Yeah. When you're driving on these roads, it just absorbs so much more.
Much more cushion with these tires. Yeah.
Suspension, it's a 4-inch lift. I'm doing some R&D testing, so I can't really talk about it too much, but it is a 4-inch lift. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that. That's kind of the meat and potatoes. Suspension, tires, wheels, we got that kind of covered. Of course, as KC ambassador, Kevin has all the lights on here.
Oh yeah.
So kind of give us a quick rundown on what the lights are. I see the latest Flex Air 4s on there. Give us a rundown on what the lights are that you have on this rig, and why did you choose KC? Why is it important to you to have good lights?
Okay. So I originally got KC 20 years ago. I have a 66 CJ5, and I wanted an authentic light to go with the era. So 66, KC's been around since the 70s. So I wanted something that would fit that build. So I started using KC 20 years ago, and then every Jeep since. You know, we're at 4 Jeeps right now, and I've had other Wranglers in the past, and always used KC. Not just because it's great a product and great customer service. The people that work for KC are involved in the community. They're out there doing trail cleanups. They're out there wheeling, fishing, camping, hiking, biking. You like biking. They just enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have the Pro 6 bar. I have it curved between lights 2 and 3 and 6 and 7. So it kind of helps the spread out quite a bit. I have some ambers on there.
And the custom decals.
And the custom decals, yep. And then I got the Flex Air 4s, the combo beam. I have them angled out quite a bit. I used to have the Pro 6 on here, white 40s, but now I have the combo Flex Air 4s angled out and down. That way I have a full view all the way around me of what's going on. When you're out on those county roads, you're out camping, you're on a road, you know, deer are coming. You want to see those deer coming far away. So it's good to, I mean, it lights up everything. And then we got cyclones underneath. There's 8 cyclones all the way around the Jeep, 4 on each side. So when I'm out at night, I can hit the key fob and it lights up the lights when I'm coming out camping, or I have a switch to turn them on to see if there's anything underneath. Or when you're rock crawling at night, it helps the spotter see what you're doing.
Super beneficial.
Just not just for rock crawling, but for camping and stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, it helps even just set up camp.
Oh yeah.
Just flip them on. You don't even have to be driving.
It out quite a bit. Yep.
Exactly.
And then in the front, we have the flex bar, the 10-inch flex bar. It's the combo. So you got the spreads on the outside and the 3 spots in the center. And so if I'm just driving through and I just need some ambers on real quick, I turn this on and I got the 2 ambers up top, and that gives out tons of light. for my amber needs.
And we've been on the trail all day today too.
Yeah.
And we've got like 6 Jeeps
with
us.
all the dust and everything, it helps see everybody.
Yeah, even in the middle of the day, right? I've noticed that as you've been behind us, that it's super easy to spot exactly where this Jeep is because of those amber lights. It kind of pierces through that dust.
Exactly. There's 2 amber cyclones in the rear too for that same reason.
Yep. Yeah, you want to be able to be seen when you're coming to a stop or making a turn. You want people to see exactly where that is.
Yeah, because when that dust is up, like you can't see the person in front of you. So this way they don't rear end me and they can see where I'm going.
Exactly.
We also got the G4 LED amber fogs in there as well. I really like having the amber LED fogs in there. Really helps cut through a lot better than just white light.
I agree. I think in those super dusty, foggy environments, the amber's a really good option.
Yeah. And then we got those ambers in the rear too.
Okay, we got ambers in the rear.
So we got 2 KC Cyclone ambers in the rear. So I have it set up with the dual input diode, so when I go in reverse, they kick on.
Yeah.
Or I can control them with the switch, so either switch or reverse, those ambers kick on.
That's super nice.
So when you're in a parking lot too, those ambers catch people's attention a lot more than these white lights do. They're like, oh, he's backing up.
Someone's backing up.
Yeah,
that's nice.
So multi-purpose there.
Oh, and I love how they're flush mounted in that bumper too. That's so clean. That's like,
they weren't designed for that, but I made it work.
But that's what's nice about it is that it's something unique and makes it stand apart a little bit.
Yeah.
It's super clean, super simple. So I really like how Kevin did that.
Yeah, thank you.
While we're kind of looking at that right there, let's talk about armor. We're already on the rear bumper. Let's talk about some of the armor. What do you have on this thing?
So I have Poison Spider all around. The Crawler series of the Crawler series bumper up front. The Crawler series bumper in the rear with their tire carrier and their relocation brackets for license plate and everything. Poison Spider rocker knockers on the side for sliders, and their body armor. When I had the stock Rubicon rock rails, they bent up and I bent part of the body. Coming down on some rocks in, I think it was Johnson Valley somewhere. I think it was Turkey Claw. I really bent it up in there. And so the body armor covers up all the dents now. And now I have the sliders, and I've done, you know, Motino Wash and the Rubicon Trail just slides right off of them.
Well, and we know that you know how important all of the armor is because of what happened here. So tell us a little bit about what happened here. Clearly armor's important. Doesn't save everything.
Doesn't save everything.
But what's going on here? We're missing something.
Yeah, so I was going through this little notch the other day, and I don't have ram assist steering or anything like that. It's still just, you know, the Mopar gearbox and everything in there. And I was going up this little V-notch, and my tire swung to the left, and I couldn't turn it, and I couldn't reverse fast enough, and we just slowly tipped over and
slow tilt.
Yeah, busted the mirror and the door. Had to take the whole inside of the door apart to get the window up, and then scratch the hard. But the hardtop's already been scratched from the squeeze in Pinion Mountain.
Yeah. So I think that just goes to show how important it is to. Yeah, the fenders. We got a little.
Yeah, I've done that multiple times though. Those just pop in and out all the time.
I think that goes to show how important it is to have really good armor on this thing, just because there's so many factors that you just can't control sometimes. So as good of a driver as you are, sometimes it just stuff's out of your hands. So
accidents happen, and you got to be prepared for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's probably good for the bulk of the outside. Is there anything on the interior that you want to talk about? Kind of tell the people what you got going on in there?
Yeah, it's a mess inside right now. We've been out here for a while. But I have the 67 design rail with my iPad, and I have my Gaia on there, so that way I can, you know, pre-map some stuff so don't get lost. Or if I do come up to some stuff, I'm like, hey, there's a trail right here, let's check it out. We were using that when we went fishing. The road was closed. I'm like, well, let's pull up Gaia and see how we can get out of here. And I have my phone in there, and my switches are up here, 67 design switches. 6-speed manual transmission, so stalling all the time, going up some hills. My wife counts how many times I stall, you know, in the day. So, and then in the back, I have my high lift jack. I haven't had to use it for the JL yet. I had an LJ that I actually tipped over in the past, and used the jack to tip it back over, and got back on the trail. So it's not something I want to need, but if I need it, I'm glad that I have it.
It's a pure safety measure at this point.
Yeah. And then a crazy beetle shovel in case, you know, got to dig something out, or, you know, go to the bathroom. Fire extinguisher, air decompressor, fishing poles. So the fishing pole's in there ready to go. some broken Jeep parts.
Some casualties,
Yeah.
huh? That's awesome.
Tools, always have my tools in here, you know, some power tools and all my basic tools. Every bolt that's in here, I have this, the right size tools to change it out so I can break down and hopefully get myself off the trail.
Exactly. Well, that's cool, man. I think Kevin has such an amazingly well-built Jeep, super functional to handle a variety of different tasks. So it's really cool to be able to check this thing out, see really in depth, because I think a lot of other people out there are a lot like you, where not only do they like to do some harder core wheeling, but they also like to cruise on the forest roads and get to some fishing spots, things like that. So thank you for taking the time to kind of show everybody off your Jeep. Thank you all for tuning in to this other episode of Mild to Wild, featuring kind of the KC builds and our KC ambassador Kevin here. So feel free to go check him out on his own YouTube channel or on Instagram. Where can they find you?
Instagram, YouTube, the forums at Jeep Generation.
Yep. All right, guys, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Remember to adventure further.